Hey everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Jo Michaels, the baking author, and tonight we are going to make Chillie Martindale's caramel chicken. Sounds delicious. So, as usual, we're going to read through the recipe, then we're going to get to cooking. In this little pot right here, I just have some broccoli that I'm going to steam to go with the chicken. So, hopefully my family will be happy. For Chillie's caramel chicken, you need 4 chicken breasts, vegetable oil, 8 cloves of garlic peeled, 1/3 cup packed light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, 1/2 cup of water, a cup of chicken broth, a 1/4 inch piece of ginger cut thick, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and 2 scallions for garnish. She says, season chicken and fry, set aside. Add garlic and cook until golden brown, remove to chicken plate. Add water to pot, scraping sides. Whisk in sugar until dissolved. Cook until deep amber. Add vinegar while stirring. Add the ginger, the garlic, the broth, and the soy sauce, and then cook until it thickens. We're going to do that right now. Removing the lid, because I don't think I'm going to need it. From the sounds of the recipe, but I think I will need a plate. So I'm grabbing a plate. Putting it right there next to that. Need a whisk, need some tongs. Okay. Since we're seasoning the chicken and frying it, I'm assuming that means the vegetable oil goes in the pan. We're just going to put enough vegetable oil in there to cover the bottom. Give us some nice chicken bits when it's done. And I'm going to turn it over medium heat. Got my chicken. Not going to use that knife. I'm going to use this knife. Because I used it for the garlic earlier, the ginger earlier. So it was just kind of laying in the empty sink. I will just use that. Now it says season the chicken. I'm assuming that means with salt and pepper. It doesn't say anything about any other seasoning, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to rub it all over the chicken. Then of course I'm going to wash my hands. I probably sprinkled on 2 teaspoons of pepper. And this is just iodized salt. Everybody wants to use coarse salt. Has no iodine in it. You need that for your diet. Sprinkling on about a teaspoon. Then I'm just going to get my hands in there and work that seasoning all over that chicken breast. Each one individually. That way it's not all over my floor like it was the last time. And I'm not stepping in it with my bare feet because I never wear shoes in the kitchen. Heck, I hardly ever wear shoes at all. The barefoot Contessa, is she really barefoot? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen her feet. If she is, huzzah. Yes, I have been watching The Great, the story of Catherine the Great. I've been watching a lot of it, so everything is indeed. And huzzah. I like it. Don't ask. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Okay, hands clean. Holding my hand over the pan here to see if my oil is hot enough yet. Maybe. We'll try it. I'm going to have to wash my hands again, but that's okay. Yes. Crowd-pleasing sound. I'll just scooch the broccoli over. Yay! Put my chicken plate in my garbage bowl. Nasty hand. Gonna wash them again. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Chicken's fried away. I'm not really sure how long that's gonna take. It just says fry it until it's golden brown. So we're gonna work on the garlic while that's doing that. That's the next thing to go in the pan. Just gonna grab 8 cloves of garlic, not over this cutting board because garlic makes a mess. going to toss all the peel stuff in my sink here. We need 8. There's 1, 2, 3. Woo! 4. 5. 6. That's a big one. 8. That will go back in the fridge. These will come over here. Just going to pop my garlic pieces apart. Get rid of any loose paper I can see. Garlic skin. And then whack-a-mole those bad boys with my knife and trim that end off. And they just squeeze right out. Isn't that nifty? That is a big piece of garlic. It doesn't say anything about chopping them up, so I'm leaving them whole. You know, I used to absolutely hate sitting and peeling garlic for dinner, so I didn't use a whole lot of it. Until I saw this nifty trick on some cooking show somewhere. And I'm not really hitting it that hard. It's just popping out. I think my chicken might need to be turned right now, so I'm going to put that over there and flip this bad boys over. They do look very pretty. Yeah. See the color on those? Yeah. Now they're starting to pop, so I'm going to turn this down just a smidge. I should put the lid on it, but I put the lid away, so whatever. This one actually does not need to be popped, I don't think. Looks like it's going to fall right out of there. And it did. Be careful slamming things around while you're on top of your cooktop, eh? Don't break it. I'm only over here because I'm talking to you guys so you can see what I'm doing. There's not really a better angle in the kitchen. Okay, there's our 8 pieces of garlic. Just gonna squeeze that into there. Get rid of it. Looks so yummy. It's probably more like 9, but hey, who's counting? Okay, while that's cooking and popping me, I'm going to take my 1/3 cup measuring cup and pack my sugar in there. Brown sugar. Okay, I did end up putting a lid on my chicken because it was popping everywhere. As you can see, it's all over everything. So I'm just going to wipe that with my sponge. I packed my brown sugar into a cup, and I got a 1/2 cup of water because that's the next 2 things we're supposed to add after the garlic. I'm assuming that the chicken doesn't go back in here because it doesn't say that anywhere on the directions. So I'm about to add about a 1/4 cup of water to the pan to calm that down and so my chicken doesn't dry out. Oh, I need to keep that because I think it's supposed to be cooked through. So I will finish cooking this through and I'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. I have cooked my chicken almost all the way through. It's at about 165 degrees. What's going to happen now is I'm going to take it and put it on this plate. It's this beautiful golden brown color. And then I'm going to cover it with a piece of aluminum foil. Look at that. Yes, please. So it will coast. If there's any cooking left to do, it will finish right here on this plate off the heat. Pop that pan back on the heat. Let me grab my foil. Shine the side down and just tighten that up around that plate. Okay. It said add your water to the pan. Oh no, I was supposed to add the garlic first. Oops. Let's take the water back out of the pan. Oh, over the sink, because I will spill it. Here we go. Some good chicken juice right there, man. Don't want to waste it. Yes, I'm 10 steps ahead of myself, always. Alright, garlic going in the pan. And now I'm supposed to cook that until it's brown, but I'm done with this cutting board. Because I also sliced up my scallions while you guys were gone. So garlic in pan, turn the heat back up off of low. I think we're just cooking the garlic out of the garlic. You know, so it's not so garlic-y flavored, like raw. If you've never had a piece of raw garlic in your mouth, I don't recommend it. It's not fun at all. So anytime you're using garlic, find a way to just cook it a little bit. It takes about 30 seconds usually. This big piece is giving me vapors. It's not really wanting to brown, but that's okay. I'm going to lift a corner of this chicken plate. And I'm just going to pop the garlic right under the edge here. There's still some bits and things stuck to the bottom, but that's okay too. I'll try and scrape everything out. So my broccoli is going strong. Put that liquid back in my pot. A second time. It says scrape down the sides. Doing that. Okay. Then it says whisk in the sugar until it's dissolved. I just got sugar everywhere, but not on the stove eye, so that's good. Sugar and cooktops are not good bedfellows, because once they cook on there, they can pitch your cooktop. It is not a good time. Alrighty. Until this is dissolved, and then cook it until it's a deep amber color. Mine's already a deep amber color because I accidentally used dark brown sugar. I don't have any light brown sugar. We're dealing with it here. My broccoli is steaming away. When that is done, I'm just gonna like sprinkle it with salt and pepper and say we're done. I'm guessing I'm kind of making a little bit of a caramel sauce with just the sugar and the water, because that's how you make caramel. Just take it a minute or two or three. Sometimes it is rather stubborn. And darker brown sugar just has a stronger molassesy flavor. Should be over medium heat. I'm going to leave that to cook for just a minute while I go measure out my rice vinegar, because that's the next thing that needs to go in. Okay, I have 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, not seasoned rice vinegar or rice wine vinegar, just rice vinegar. Okay, this is starting to go a little caramelly. The bubbles aren't popping quite as fast as they were before. They're kind of holding their shape a bit. So I think it's ready for its vinegar. Ow! I just splashed myself on a foot. Oh, don't get rid of that. I need it for the soy sauce. I want to taste this. Sneaking a taste. Has an interesting flavor profile. Okay, now it says add the ginger, the garlic, the ginger that I did not cut yet. Whoopsie daisy, that can cook. I lied, I do need my knife again to cut my 1/4 inch piece of ginger and cut it thick. Okay. Ginger in. Garlic going back in. Chicken's juicing in there. No. Garlic in. Broth. That's 1 cup of chicken broth. And soy sauce. 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And then we're supposed to cook this until it thickens, probably reduces by about half. Boom. And this is just regular Kikkoman soy sauce. We shall see how it tastes. I'm so excited. I'm guessing I'll have to adjust salt and pepper as I go here, so I'm just mixing that in and cranking that heat up to high so it can bouble and reduce. I did just say bouble. Now that can go in the sink. Now this can go in the sink. And I just sliced my scallions like that. Whoa, you can't see them. Sliced my scallions like that. Just in little rounds. I can put the soy sauce and the rice vinegar and this away. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. My sauce thickened. You do not need to sit here and stir it. It will actually thicken on its own over some high heat. Just walk away. If you can see it, get the spoon here. That's what I used to test it a second ago. And if you just do that, it does coat the spoon really, really well. So what I'm going to do is toss the chicken back in here and kind of smoosh it around to coat it. Then I'm going to put it on that plate over there, garnish it with those scallions, and slap it down there on the counter for you guys to look at. Then I'm going to cut a piece and try it. We'll see how we did. That doesn't need any more seasoning. Okay, lid off chicken. Put that in the garbage bowl. My cooktop is still hot, so this is trying to cook some more. Did you hear that? I'm sure you did. Just gonna move this chicken around in this sauce until it's all beautifully coated. This is really tasty too. Just the sauce is very tasty. I don't know what the chicken tastes like yet because we haven't gotten there. But the suspense is killing me. My broccoli was fork tender. I could easily push a fork through it, so I just sprinky-dinked it with a little salt and pepper, and I'm letting it sit in there until I'm ready to serve it. Taking it off the heat, of course. So here we go. I'm gonna put these bad boys on the plate. those big pieces of garlic in there just look phenomenal. And then I'm gonna pour that thick sauce and that garlic right over top. Making it so pretty! I didn't go into how to steam the broccoli because you all know how to steam broccoli, I'm sure. You just cut it up, put it in the steamer, and turn it on. I don't think it's hard. Okay, got my scallions. And I'm going to sprinky dink those over the top. Very prettily. Looks pretty awesome. Here I come. Okay guys, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? I can't wait to have a bite. Usually I make myself a whole plate, but this time I'm just going in to have a little taste of a piece right here. It's the smallest piece. Trying not to make my family too angry with me for eating before them. So I'm grabbing a chunk of that garlic. It smells so good. Piece of that chicken, and I'm scooping up some of the sauce off this plate because yum. Mmm. Mmm. That garlic gives that nice earthy flavor. It is a bit salty. That's probably my fault. So next time I probably wouldn't salt the chicken at all because the sauce is very salty. Probably from the soy sauce, maybe use the low sodium. And this is just 86, the salt on the chicken. All in all, it was a success, I think. The chicken not dried out. It's actually really moist still. You should definitely give this a try. It would be great over rice. It would be great with pretty much anything stir fry. It has that stir fry-ish flavor. It's not too sweet. If it's your first time here, be sure you click that subscribe button so you'll get my emails whenever I upload a new video. I think after this one you get a bread. Not really quite sure. I don't have my schedule in front of me. But hey, if you have subscribed, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Happy eating.